Once upon a time, golf was a boys' game. Women weren't always welcome on the course. Until 1940, Babe Didrikson Zaharias, the first female golfer, walked onto a PGA Tour event and teed off against the men like it was just another round. She earned her respect and love not until 1945, where she made the 36-hole cut at the Phoenix Open. And she is not the only one. In 2014, the US. In the Women's Open, Wie West made her moment. She had heard the doubts her whole career. Critics said her game wasn't enough. They said her powerful drives and unique style wouldn't be enough. But she proved them wrong. She made history by becoming the first woman in 60 years to make the cut in a men's PGA Tour event. She became the youngest person to qualify for the LPGA Tour ever at the age of 12. She turned professional at just 15 years old. Achieving so much at a young age, you'd think she'd stop now. But no, this was her getting started to evolve the boys' sport. Michelle took risks. She pushed the limits of what women in golf could do. And every time, she raised the bar for herself. Off the course, she used her platform to inspire young girls and anyone who felt like an outsider in the sport. She even teamed up with Nike's athlete think tank and worked on making products specifically for female athletes. Her love and support for the game, bold swings, and supporting female athletes brought her the respect and love she has now. Winning your pro debut is a dream for most golfers. For Zhang, it looked like another day at school. In 2023, she turned professional and, in her very first LPGA event, the Mizuho Americas Open, she won. Golf has never been easy. But when legends like her exist, you can feel a little overwhelmed. This was not her luck. Rose had already dominated at the NCAA level, winning back-to-back national championships at Stanford, something no one had ever done before. She was also the youngest player to win the amazing Augusta National Women's Amateur. Every time she stepped onto the course, she seemed to break another record. And her skills beyond her age made her stand out. People loved her or envied her. But you understand what it's like to be the best from birth. Her swing was smooth, her mindset unshakable, and her ability to handle big moments set her apart. She's humble, hardworking, and lets her game do the talking. Even as she rewrites history, she remains grounded, focused, and always respectful of the sport. So, why wouldn't she be in the most loved female golfers list? But not all golfers are present on course to gather the love. Some are sitting home and just connecting with people. Paige Spiranac has challenged the traditional norms. One viral post. That's all it took for her to flip the golf world on its head. While all the other players have earned the trophies, love, support by competing on course, Paige has made people love her through her online community. She has the list of followers that even surpasses the top tour pros. With over 4 million followers on her Instagram profile, she has changed the game. Before she became an internet sensation, Paige was a college golf star at San Diego State University. She had the skills, but instead of chasing a traditional pro career, she found a new way to impact the sport. Traditionalists are still stuck to their old ways, playing on course. Paige embraced social media, humor, and personality to attract a younger, more diverse audience. Her Quickies series offered short, easy-to-understand golf lessons. She shared personal experiences and challenges, making her audience feel connected. Her candid discussions about the sport and willingness to challenge traditional norms have garnered her a substantial following. And this made her connect with a large community. She made golf exciting, relatable, and fun. People love her for it. She's outspoken, real, and unapologetic. She calls out elitism in golf, fights for rights, and isn't afraid to push boundaries. Some people are still out there who call this controversial, but they are just probably jealous of her achievements. Either way, she changed the game. 2017, she was crowned LPGA Player of the Year, and yet, somehow, people still slept on her. She faced trolling at the beginning of her career. She had true talent, but people questioned her potential cause she did not have a public personality and was too focused on her game. So Yeon Ryu might not have the flashiest game, but her quiet consistency and steady presence on the course made her one of the most respected players in the world. Today she stands on the top with 2 major wins under her belt. She's achieved what many golfers only dream of. Her major wins at the 2011 US Women's Open and 2017 ANA Inspiration showcased her ability to handle pressure and deliver when it counts. You can say she was not the type to draw attention with flashy shots or wild celebrations. But her graceful yet powerful demeanor is rare on course. And people admired Ryu for this. Off the course, so Yeon Ryu was a class act. She dedicated much of her time to charitable causes, giving back to the community and showing that she was more than just a golfer. While most players take the spotlight once in a while, golf has rarely seen children on course. 15 years old. That is how old Lydia was when she was winning LPGA events. Most kids of her age worry about exams, but nah, she knew was made to be under the spotlight forever. Lydia Ko was a prodigy. At just 17, Lydia became the youngest ever world number 1, and by 18, she added to her legacy by winning her first major, becoming the youngest woman ever to win a major championship. With 2 major titles and numerous records to her name, Lydia only marked her ground in history as one of the most accomplished golfers of her generation. Even as she was young, she never seemed rattled, even under the most intense pressure. She adapted her game over the years, staying at the top of her sport for years despite the evolving nature of competitive golf. And why do people love her? Well, that's because even after being on top of the world, she stayed down to earth. Always smiling, always grateful, she became a beloved figure not just for her golfing achievements, but for her positive demeanor and respectful attitude. Who do you think has had the most lasting impact on the game? Let me know in the comments.